Great to have you back once again as we go above the net here at the rack with Mason volleyball head coach Jackie Simpson-Kirr. We're also joined by Mason senior Tiffany Clarke. Great to have you both along with us today, coming off the Penn Invitational. Let's start with the coach. Jackie, you had that rematch against the Howard Bison. The first match didn't go so well, but you played very well in that rematch. Talk about the adjustments that you made that were able to work.
Well, like we said last week, one of the things we're really interested in is getting to readjust our game plan after we play a team. That's what we do in conference play. So that was great practice for us to see how we did against them the first time and then make some adjustments. So I think what we did really well was we did a much better job of handling the small ball. We talk about those easy balls that come over the net via tip or free ball and putting those up into the setter's pocket so that they can run all three options as an attack. And one of the things that we did by doing that better was it allowed all three of our attackers to be part of our offense all the time and getting players like Tiffany involved in the game and really hitting some great balls in transition for us.
Very involved indeed, as Mason picked up their first two victories of the season. How important was it to get those first two W's in the record books?
Well, you know, it was funny because we were so close with Howard, and every point we had to claw and battle for those. And, you know, we almost dropped the first set against them and clawed back and got that. And then the next one's 25-23 in the fourth, and we were so close to spinning that to a fifth setter. And so a team can go one of two ways after that, especially in a quick turnaround in a tournament play setting. And I was really proud of our gals that we came back and we were super strong against Lafayette to start. Had some great players come in off the bench. Jessie Greenslade, one of our seniors, came in and just was phenomenal in that match and kind of took over for our team and helped us gain that momentum to turn that first win around.
I wanted to ask you about that. In one of the sets, you jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but then saw your opponent take the advantage in that set, but you were able to come back and win that set. What's it like on the bench? What do you say when your team has a 5-0 advantage and then loses the lead, but are able to come back and win that set?
Yeah, volleyball is really interesting. It's such a momentum game, and you know, you're not playing against a clock, you're playing to a certain point set, and people can get really caught in the momentum forward or backwards. And the beauty of it is we know that if we go out and we, you know, punch a team in the face, they're going to come back and come right back at us. And learning that lesson really quickly allowed us to kind of reset our focus on what we were doing on our side of the net to better the ball and then have good opportunities to score. So it was a quick turnaround, and I think the gals really responded well during the timeout, and we were able to kind of claw our way back in. But we know as our team, every set's going to be a battle.
We'll be turning our attention in just a second to one of your stars of the tournament in Tiffany Clarke, but tell us about her play and what you saw from the bench as she was on the court.
You know, Tiff's a senior, so she's really mature in how she sees the game, operates, and we had some great discussion at the beginning of last week's practice. The practice segment, she had a phenomenal week, is really starting to elevate her game and wanting to be that go-to option for our team. You can see a huge difference in how she's transitioning on and off the net, and so every time she works that hard to get off the net, she is up higher than the blocks can even get to, and as she's getting up there, she just becomes untouchable. So that extra work away from the ball was a huge differencing factor for her this week, and you could see it. And then the team rallied around her. They know that they can look to her in points of times where we need to score that point. And I was really proud to see a senior leader take control of the match for us to, you know, get that first win and even our second one against Bucknell.
And it's your chance to come and see the Mason Patriots here at the rack as you get a chance to host a tournament this coming weekend.
Finally back. We're so excited to be home. One of the beautiful things is we have a fabulous facility with air conditioning. We were up at Penn this past weekend, and it was a good 104 degrees inside the building. No air conditioning. I mean, sweat was like coming off the ball as people were blocking and hitting it. So we're happy to be back home, but more importantly than our beautiful facility is our fans. And we are so proud of the work that we've been doing, and we want people to see that. So we're really excited. We're going to be out on campus this week, handing out some ice cream to students. So keep an eye out for us. We'll be finding you guys during that lunch break over by the JC. Just getting people excited about what we're doing here inside the gym and want them to be able to see it.
Well, Coach, best of luck this weekend in the Mason Invitational that comes up right here at the rack.
Thank you very much.
We now turn our attention to one of the all-tournament players from the Penn Invitational. She is senior opposite hitter Tiffany Clarke. Tiffany, thanks for joining us here today as we go above the net, and you certainly did that in that tournament. In the 4 matches, in the 2 wins, you had a combined 30 kills, 16 in one and 14 in the other.
Thank you so much for having me today. It was a great tournament. I just wanted it so bad. I wasn't playing to get all tournament team. I just really wanted the win. It's my senior season. I just wanted to go hard, all out, and the team just rallied behind me. So it was a great tournament.
The team never got down, even after the tough start. You lost against Howard. They're a tournament team from a year ago. Played a tough tournament schedule early on, facing two teams that made it to the NCAA tournament. Talk about getting those first wins. Your coach just said how excited the team was. How excited are you to get those first two wins?
So excited. Howard is a great team, and it was an honor to even win a set against them because they're really good this year. The first two wins, we suffered some losses early in the season, and we just never give up. We just kept fighting, and we wanted it so bad, even against the Bucknell match, to come back from 2 sets down. It's really big for us. That shows we competed so well. Like, it was really good. Yeah.
Well, it's really big, especially as you start heading toward conference play, where it all matters in terms of trying to get into the Atlantic 10 tournament. One more tournament to play here at the RAC, and not too easy a teams coming up for you as well. So a good test in preparation for conference play that begins very quickly.
You know, I'm so excited to play at home. I love this gym. I love representing Mason on Mason home court. The energy from the fans, it just gets me so pumped, so energetic, and I know once the team sees me hyped and pumped, they just get hyped and pumped. I don't know why, but I just love it, and it just gets me more pumped. Even when we're down, even if I get blocked, I'm just always energetic. So I'm really excited to play at home.
Well, let's give Mason fans a chance to get to know you a little bit better, because every player has their own style of play, and whether or not they're vocal or they're that silent leader. What type of leader are you on the bench?
Well, I'm more of on the court leader. My teammates, they always say I'm sassy. I don't see it, and I honestly don't do it on purpose, but they just say I have this little sass to me. And so, when I watch video, I can see it, and I'm like, oh my God, I really didn't mean to do that, but that's just my style, and they always copy me and we have fun with it. It's a great time. Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us here as we go above the net. Our thanks to head coach Jackie Simpson-Kirr as well. That is opposite hitter Tiffany Clarke. They'll be right here at the RAC coming up in the Mason Invitational.